Think about the sheer scale, the power of empires like Rome or the Mongols or even the British Empire. I mean, forces that truly shaped the world.
Absolutely. Global forces.
But here's the thing, the paradox, really. Every single one of them, no matter how mighty they seemed, eventually just collapsed.
Yeah, it's inevitable, it seems.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We want to try and unlock the patterns, the hidden reasons why these, the greatest empires fell apart.
And it's important, I think, to define what we mean by greatness here. It's not just about how much land they held.
Right. Like the British ruled maybe a quarter of the globe,
Right.
and the king had something like, 40% of the world's people?
Exactly. Huge numbers. But their real power, their lasting impact, it was in the legacy, wasn't it? I think Roman law, we still feel that.
Yeah.
British trade networks.
The way the Mongols connected continents.
Precisely. And also efficient administration, innovation, a kind of cultural force. Typically, you see three things. A strong military, yes, but also an effective bureaucracy and this sense of cultural mission.
Okay, so strong army, good admin, cultural purpose, solid foundation.
You'd think so. But the crucial point remains. Every single one collapsed.
So where did the cracks start? If they had these strengths, how did they fall?
Well, what's really fascinating, maybe a bit unsettling, is how similar the causes often are. It's like history echoing itself.
Okay.
We nearly always see some form of internal decay. Corruption creeping in, civil wars breaking out, just plain bad leadership weakening things from the inside.
The rot from within.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Then there's the classic problem of overextension. Empires just get too big to handle.
Right, like Rome struggling to garrison all those miles of frontier, or the Mongols conquering vast areas, but then, struggling to actually rule it?
Exactly that. It stretches resources, attention, everything too thin.
And it wasn't just military or political strain, was it? Economics played a huge role, too.
Oh, absolutely. Economic strain could be a slow, silent killer. You mentioned the king, incredible size, but their population exploded and they literally couldn't feed everyone. That leads to unrest, instability.
Makes sense. And of course, there are the more obvious things like military defeats, Persia falling to Alexander, the British eventually losing India.
Sure, military blows matter, but sometimes the most insidious cause, the one that's easy to overlook, is just a stubborn refusal to change. Complacency, maybe.
Thinking you're too big to fail.
Pretty much. Hubris, perhaps. The Ottomans are a stark example here. They were a powerhouse for centuries, but they actively resisted modernizing, industrializing, while Europe was transforming around them.
So they got left behind.
Dramatically. And what's really striking looking across all these cases is how often the leaders just ignored the warning signs. The writing was on the wall, but
They didn't want to see it. Willful ignorance.
that seems to be it. And that willful ignorance, it's like the death knell of power.
Wow. That's quite a thought. The stronger you are, maybe the less you listen. Okay, let's make this concrete. Flash for some key examples. Rome, maybe.
Yeah, Rome. Brilliant engineers, amazing legal system, those incredible roads. But it got so huge. Overextended, that made it vulnerable. Weak emperors didn't help. Plagues, constant pressure on the borders.
Barbarian invasions.
Right, and eventually the Western Empire just couldn't hold, collapsing around 476 AD. Though, of course, the eastern part, Byzantium, lasted another 1,000 years. Adaptability, perhaps.
Interesting. What about Persia? The Achaemenid Empire, Cyrus the Great.
Often called the first true empire, yeah. Amazing administration for its time. But over time, it became, bloated, maybe too centralized, brittle. So when Alexander the Great came
Not
along,
a decisive blow.
pretty much, it shattered relatively quickly.
And the Umayyad Caliphate. Rapid expansion there, too.
Incredible pace, but it cracked from internal pressures first. Tribal rivalries, resentment from non-Arab Muslims who felt like second-class citizens, financial problems, classic internal rot before major external defeats.
Okay, see the pattern. Mongols. Genghis Khan. Military genius, obviously.
Unstoppable force. But again, that rapid overextension. Governing what they conquered was a massive challenge. And after Genghis died,
The fractured.
exactly, split into rival Qaddatis fighting each other, and then the Black Death swept through. A devastating external blow on an already weakened, fragmented empire.
Right. And the king in China, you mentioned the population boom.
Yeah, that plus rampant corruption and then the humiliation by Western powers in the 19th century. The Opium Wars, unequal treaties. It was a mix of internal weakness and external pressure. Led straight to the 1911 revolution.
And the British Empire spread language, trade, tech everywhere.
A truly global system. But the cost of 2 world wars just drained it. Financially, morally. And nationalism was rising everywhere in the colonies. They wanted freedom.
So it became unsustainable.
Totally. The Suez Crisis in '56 is often seen as the symbolic end, the moment the curtain really fell on Britain as the global superpower.
Finally, the Ottomans. 6 centuries is a long run.
A very long run. But that resistance to change, refusing to industrialize, it led to slow decay. The sick man of Europe, they called it. World War I was just the final push that knocked over something already crumbling.
So putting all these threads together, what's the big picture lesson here?
Well, it seems clear empires don't just vanish overnight. They tend to rot from the inside first, sometimes for a very long time. Then eventually an external pressure makes them crack.
Rot from inside, crack from outside.
Yeah.
Okay. And the key takeaways for us listening now.
I think 2 things stand out. Complacency kills. Believing your own hype, thinking you're invincible, that's dangerous. And adaptability, that's survival. The ones who lasted longer often showed some ability to flex, even if it wasn't enough in the end.
It's just startling, isn't it? Every single one of these empires probably thought, we're different, we'll last forever.
Every single one. And none of them did.
Yet they didn't just disappear without a trace. Their legacy.
Oh, absolutely. We still live with the consequences, good and bad. Roman roads laid foundations for modern ones. Their laws shaped ours. Borders drawn by empires still exist. Languages they spread are spoken today.
So their failures teach us, but their existence still shapes us.
Exactly.
You know that saying, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes.
Yeah, I like that.
It feels very relevant here. The question is, listening to these rhymes, these echoes from the past, will we actually learn? Or are we just setting ourselves up to be the next verse in that old song? This isn't just about dusty old history books, is it?
Not at all. It feels like a warning.